Guys, Creator438 here. Welcome to a ban list review of the January 1st, 2015 ban list. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded in general, and I kind of missed this by 2 days. I'm sorry for that, but this was it was updated kind of at an inconvenient time, and I didn't want to. I had school on the day this was up. This ban list was updated, and I just kind of didn't want to record then. And also, I know I've been out of commission for a really long time, and I'm sorry for that. I haven't been recording. I haven't been uploading like any Metal Arms, any Pikmin 3. But as of the day I'm recording this, I'm actually going to be getting a new flip camera because my old one just won't work anymore. I don't know what happened, but like, yeah, I'm getting a new one today, and I should be recording new stuff today. Here, let me just put my phone on silent. I don't know if I caught in the recording, but that's okay. Anyway, let's go over this ban list. It's kind of a short one, so nothing new for monsters. That Thousand Island Strict is still banned. As you can see, there's one less synchro here. Anyway, first change, we got super polymerization banned. As you guys remember last time, super polymerization went to 1 from 3, and it was very powerful in Shaddolls. Honestly, I think it could have stayed at 1 and been fine. But I guess it doesn't matter too much because like Shaddolls are still like a really powerful deck without this card. I mean, they can still do lots of stuff. But I mean, this kind of just takes over their kind of win button card. Super Poly is really honestly kind of a win button in Shaddolls. You know, it also really screws over Noble Knights. So if you like screwing over Noble Knights, keep screwing them while you can. Screws over like lots of archetypes in the game right now, and just every meta deck they can use this card against. Every tier 1 deck, even Satara Knights, even though people don't consider them tier 1 anymore. Yeah, the super polymerization, really powerful card. You can fusion summon using your opponent's cards. It doesn't target, doesn't destroy, and can't be responded to. So no using Solemn Warning, or no negating this thing. Honestly, I think it could have been fine if it stayed at 1. I think it was alright at 1. But, I mean, you know, maybe because, like, they just thought it was too strong in the game. I can honestly understand that, if it's too strong in the game. I mean, I completely get Konami's logic here. So, all in all, I think banning this card, while I don't really like that happening because I like screwing over Noble Knights with this card, I think it was a good move on Konami's part. So, Super Polymerization banned, that's good. Also, with the new E-Hero card, the hero support coming out, you know, the masked heroes, this is a good hit before they even came out. So yeah. Also, we didn't get that Stratos back, so sorry guys. Nothing banned for traps. Anyway, Artifact and Morale Tech is limited. Honestly, I think this is a good choice on Konami's part as well. Because like now you can't just run artifacts and everything. I think Artifact Morale Tech, just him in general, he's seen enough play in like every deck. He's just like used in all those lesser decks, and this is also kind of a good hit on Shaddolls because you know Shaddol artifacts are a thing. So that deck is basically going to be dead. So next format there will only be 2 builds of Shaddolls. I kind of spoiled the rest of the list, but yeah, those are the only Shaddol hits for the list. Just telling you right now, guys. Super Poly and Morale Tech. So yeah, nothing else. But then we got Dark Strike Fighter is limited now, who was forbidden. Now, if any of you aren't aware, Dark Strike Fighter recently did get an errata. He used to have this really overpowered effect that he could just tribute any monster during any phase, and he could just burn your opponent for game. This card was very popular with Rescue Cat, That is also banned as well, but this guy came back because he's actually bounced enough to come back in the game. They eroded him in OCG, and when he got reprinted in Legendary Collection 5Ds, he got that reprint. And obviously he couldn't come back last round because he didn't have the errata, and people would still try to abuse him. So yeah, a lot of people said he should go to 3, but yeah, I think that too. I think he could have gone to 3 with no problems. But I mean, it's kind of like a magician of faith kind of thing, where they just want to put the card at 1, even though they know it could go to 3, or probably know it could go to 3, and they just don't want to. They just want to give it a few more formats to see if it's gonna be broken. So yeah. Anyway, though, next week this is the craziest thing on this list. Probably the craziest thing on this list in a lot of people's opinions. So is mine. Snatch Steal Limited. This card used to be forbidden. Now, as you may know, this card is very strong in the game. Basically, a permanent change of heart. It's an equip spell, so it can be searched and recycled by Hidden Armory at the cost of getting rid of your normal summon set in the turn. Yeah, it can be recycled and searched by that, and during each of your opponent's damages, they'll gain 1,000 life points, so that's really the only drawback. But like the thing about that is that's kind of irrelevant because you're just going to take the life point gains with this card and back in the day, it was inevitable. It didn't matter how many life points you gained. You would just, if your opponent had stolen a monster with this card that was like really powerful, they just keep whittling you down each turn until they inevitably killed you for game. I mean, back then, of course, things were a little different. We had a 1 MST, 1 Heavy Storm. I mean, I guess Dust Tornado was a thing, but you know. We do have MST at 3 now, so I mean, we have a little more. We have a few more outs to this card than we had back in the day. I don't know though. I think I kind of don't like seeing this card coming back because it's just going to promote running 1 to 2 copies of Hidden Armory and everything, and that's honestly kind of annoying to me because it just makes me feel like that, like if you don't search it or recycle it, then the Snatch Steal is kind of useless. I mean, of course, not really, but like I just don't like this because space is always an issue for me in decks. Because like I don't main 3 Vanity's Emptiness in anything because of space. So yeah, it's kind of an issue. I always like keeping decks at 40 cards because in my analogy, anything over 40 cards, unless it can actually work at over 40 cards, is not good. At least it hasn't really worked for me. So yeah, Snatch Steal 1, I don't know what the deal with this is, but maybe they just don't think it's going to be that good anymore. I'm not sure. But, I mean, definitely still strong in the game. This could end back up on the ban list, on the next ban list, but we really don't know. We just have to see how things play out. No traps hit. Honest is going to be semi-limited. It was limited previously, or it is limited now. I am not okay with this. I'm not okay with this, like with Snatch Steal. I see why they did this though, because of Tellarknights, and I mean because like Tellarknights, they're not doing as much as everyone thought they'd do with Triver and stuff, and I like Tellarknights, I really do, but I don't like any other of. I don't really like any of the other light decks that could use card, like Light Sworns. I mean, I guess this could boost Noble Knights, but Super Poly, you know, you won't really be able to screw them over that easily. So boost them. Light Sworns, everyone hates that deck. Don't lie. Even the people who play it hate it. You know you do. And just a bunch of other light decks. And yeah, I really don't like Honest 2, especially because you can use the effect any number of times per turn. So you can just drop the 2 Honests and just have your monster gain lots of attack. Kind of stupid, but you know what? We're gonna see how it plays out. Probably gonna be extremely broken. Well, I mean, not as broken as, of course, if we had 3 Honest. 3 Honest sounds ridiculous. I didn't play when we had 3 Honests, but I could only imagine having JD out and then getting out like some big monster and trying to attack over JD, but then they just drop 3 Honests and you just lose. But yeah, so Honest's going to Goyle Guardian semi-limited. He went to 2 formats ago, and I think this is a good idea because no one's really going to play more than one anyway, because extra space, yeah. And Dark Hole semi-limited. Yeah, this was definitely a good idea because I mean, people will not play. People will not play this card too. Raigeki's out. Yeah, Raigeki's back in the game, and they're just people are not going to play 1 Raigeki, 2 Dark Hole, in my opinion. Like with Raigeki back, there's really no reason for Dark Hole to be at 1, since people probably aren't going to play it anyway. So yeah, and nothing new. Traps unlimited, and then for the unlimited, we got Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. Blackwings really won't be doing much, or shouldn't be doing much. I mean, I don't want to say this and have like and fight a million Blackwing players because I don't like Blackwings. Gunday is off the list, which is good because I mean, because like Mermails, they aren't doing anything. I mean, I don't even think this boost will help them that much anyway, especially with Necros coming out, Heroes, and any other deck that could come in Crossover Souls, which is the set after Secrets of Eternity. Reborn Tenju is going to be a 3. Good idea. He's not relevant anymore, and he could have come off the list a long time ago. Reasoning is no longer in the list. Honestly, this card's not good, but it's only coming off the list probably because they're trying to boost that deck called Infernoids, and this card can really help them. You'd have to look that up on your own time. I don't want to go into that whole archetype right now. And then Transmigration Prophecy is no longer on the list. Yeah, this card's not good either. It doesn't need to be. It didn't need to be at 1 for like a while. And then it came to 2, and like it could be looped, but no one used it. And yeah, now it's going to be well, next year it's going to be at 3, and people still won't use it unless you really want to like disrupt graveyards. This card's really good against Dark Worlds, but no meta player plays those. So yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the ban list. Honestly, though, we could go into a Snatch Steal format, guys, and oh boy, if that happens, we all know what's happening in Snatch Steal again. And going back to 0. But yeah, I mean, I doubt the whole format. I doubt that the whole format won't revolve around Snatch Steal. I mean, it'll definitely be used with like Hidden Armory and stuff. People are actually willing to run 1 to 2 of that card just to search and recycle it. And yeah. Also, this card can be comboed with Bad Reaction of Shimochi. So that I'm looking at the wrong card here. The Snatch Steal can be comboed with Bad Reaction of Shimochi, so that your opponent actually loses life points instead of gaining life points. So yeah, Chainburn or not Chainburn, but Anti-Cure is a new tool to play with, if people will even play that. I mean, usually at the beginning of the format, like people will play like burn decks and stuff. Exodia. We saw on Dueling Network, we saw a lot of that early format of April. But yeah, another noteworthy thing is that Klee's Burning Abyss did not get hit. A lot of people thought that Tour Guide was going to get hit. A lot of people thought that something in Klee's would get hit. A lot of people thought Vandy's Emptiness and even Skill Dream would get hit because, well, for Vandy's Emptiness, it's been abused, like, it's been abused majorly in the past 2 formats, and for skill drain because like Cleaves are too good with that card. Also because they're getting a better version of it in the next main series set anyway. Everyone thought that those would be on the list, but they didn't make it on the list. And yeah, everyone thought Burning Abyss would be hit, like Tour Guide would go to 1 or 2. Some people were predicting Dante would go to like 1 or 2. And stupidly enough, people actually thought Fire Lake would get hit because it's making Burning Abyss really good right now. But Fire Lake, I mean, these people, they gotta use common sense here. Like Fire Lake is a new card. It's from the new Challengers, which is the latest expansion set that got released. So they're not gonna hit that yet. I mean, maybe if Burning Abyss are still doing something, and like they're really good, it'll get hit next ban list. But I mean, it's unlikely. I just don't see it happening, especially with Necroz and Heroes coming out. So yeah, this has been the ban list review on January 1st, 2015. So I will see you guys. I'll see you guys in another video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this ban list, so I can respond to them, and other people can respond to your thoughts. And let me know what you think about my thoughts. And take it easy, guys. See you in another video.